Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Nazira Fazlin binti Muhammad Zaki, and today I will present about the introduction descriptive statistic. Before that, statistic is the collection, organization and interpretation of data. There are two categories of statistic, which is descriptive statistic and inferential statistic. And I will describe about descriptive statistic. Descriptive statistic is value that describe the characteristic of a sample or population. Descriptive statistic divide into two parts, which is ungrouped data and group data. Ungrouped data and group data divide into two parts, which is to measure of central tendency such as mean, median and mode, and next to measure of discretion such as variance and standard deviation. That's all for me.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Aina Najla binti Muhammad Nizam, income entry AA 192163. So I will present you about the fila table. Dan seperti yang mana kita dapat lihat dekat jadual ni adalah data-data yang telah kami kumpulkan untuk mendapatkan number of room and bilangan student semua untuk setiap satu bilik. Jadi daripada data yang kita kumpulkan, kita perlu mencari mean, median, mode, range and juga standard deviation. So for the problem format, we can see that we recently given room number for 149 mechanical engineering student. As a result, we are considering different methods for gathering and representing result. So we need to find the median, mean and mode, the range and the standard deviation. So on the table, kita dapat lihat dalam jadual ini yang pertama adalah facts. So the number one is the number of room is 9, which is keseluruhan number of room adalah 9. Dan juga the highest number of student in one room is 64. The third point is the lowest number of student in one room is 2. So for the ideas, kita akan create a list of all the data or a table with it. Number 2 is determine the methods for calculating the mean, median and juga mode. Number 3 is we need to use the calculator to figure out the standard deviation. For the learning issues, we find out that how do you calculate the total number of room in a building? How can you calculate the ratio of the two middle values? And the last question is what formulas should be used to measure the mean, median and mode? And last but not least is how can we solve the standard deviation with a calculator? So kita akan figure out nanti. Jadi resource yang kami gunakan adalah mendapatkan maklumat daripada internet, YouTube dan juga sedikit di dalam buku rujukan kami. Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Khadijah binti Zaidi. My matric number AA 192044. I will explain about how to calculate mean from group data of room. First of all, find the midpoint of each of the classes. Class midpoint is lower class limit plus upper class limit divide by 2. So for the class, first midpoint is 1 plus 2 divide by 2 and continue for the next class until the end. Next, multiply frequency times the midpoint. After that, count sum of the multiply frequency times the midpoint. The answer is 597.5, and also count the sum of frequency, which is 149. From the data, can calculate the mean, and to do this, take sum of each frequency times each midpoint, divide by the total of the sum frequency. So the answer is 4.01.
To find median, we need to identify the median class. For find median class, we use total frequency plus 1 divided by 2. To find the median, we use formula total frequency minus cumulative frequency divided by frequency, multiplied by arranged class limit plus lower boundary for the median class.
149 divided by 2 minus 14 divided by 96. Multiply by 2 and plus 2.5. So equal is 3.7604.
Hi, my name is Wani and I will be explaining how to find mode of the group data. Firstly, we need to identify the largest frequency, which is 96. It is in class 2.5 to 4.5. Then, we need to find the data before, which is 96 minus 14 equal to 82. After that, we need to find the data after of the group data, which is 96 minus 28 equal to 68. We need to find the size of class interval of the group data. Then, identify the lower limit of the model class, which is 2.5. Now, we have all the necessary information. We just need to substitute all the values that were found into the formula. So let us start with that. This is the formula for mode. Mode is denoted by the capital of M naught. So now, let us substitute all the values. So, L is 2.5 plus the size of class interval, which is 2. Then substitute the data before and data after. The result is 3.6. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Sadid Atib bin Muhammad Zulkifli, and I will explain to you about the standard deviation. Okay. Standard deviation is a statistical measurement of the amount a number varies from the average number in a series. Standard deviation measures how far results spread from the average value. A low standard deviation means that the data is very close related to the average, thus very reliable. However, a high standard deviation means that there is a large variance between the data and the statistical average, and it is not as reliable. Today I will explain to you how to calculate the standard deviation of this problem. First of all, we must calculate the variance, and the value of the variance is 2.33. And to calculate the standard deviation, only we have to do is square root the variance, and we will get the answer is 1.53. It shows that the data has a low standard deviation, and it means it is a reliable data, and it doesn't have a big difference between the average and the data. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you very much.